Hello, hope you're all doing well today. As you can see, I'm in a different location with a very good friend of mine. The reason why I've brought Ollie on today is because...
So boom, just teleported to the new setup.
We'll explain that, I think. You may have noticed there's a slight change in the background. The place where we were at, we got booted out, didn't we?
Yeah, we didn't last...
We didn't last, what, 5 minutes?
Might have lasted a minute. You'd be able to know because the clip before will
it'll tell you. Yeah, security came and says, what are you doing? And we said, well, I'm just filming a video. He says, well, you can't be here. It needs to be authorised. And then, politely said, who do I authorise it through? And then we left. And then he told us who to go. So maybe next time we'll get the thing, but it just looked like a free place to sit, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, we didn't book it. We just stumbled across it. We just teleported in. And then we just stumbled across a hotel now. And
now we're here. So fingers crossed, we can stay here for the remainder.
If not, we're going somewhere else. To be fair, this might be the last place, last try.
Yeah.
So if anyone's seeing this video, it's live, isn't it? So the first question is, do you think it's possible to go from £0 in debt and minimum wage to becoming a millionaire? That's the question I've got for you, first question.
That's a tough question, because I'm currently in debt. I believe that it is possible. I mean, I'd seen some things previously in regards to all you needed to do to touch a million was 350 something pound a day, or 357, I can't quite remember what it was. So in a sense, it is possible. You just have to break it down, work out a plan. My plan so far is to provide everyone with content, and in turn I'll work my day job. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible down many different avenues. I think in today's world you can't just rely on one source of income. You can't just rely on a 9 to 5. I mean, what do you invest?
Yeah, what I was saying is not £1 million in a year, obviously, that's quite a lot. I mean, just like maybe over 10 years or 5-10 years. Yeah, in your lifetime. Or saved up, put aside. So I think that £300 a day might have been 100,000 in a year. If the maths are right.
Is that?
I think so, yeah. Can't do maths on the spot, so I'm not sure.
I failed maths.
I've just passed by the skim. But yeah, do you think it's possible?
I think so. It just, unfortunately, it's not possible with a normal 9 to 5, or with...
I think it could be, maybe just...
I think you have to have...
Take 40 years, wouldn't it? Or high income.
Yeah, but I think you have to be money... Not just manage your money, but be money smart. When it comes to investing, I'm useless. I mean, I'm always asking you, aren't I, who to invest, S&P 500, and if there's any sort of market.
I think the basics. Some people want to pick a stock, but then you're in gambling territory. I think. I think you need to stick to S&P 500, like I said to you, innit?
Yeah.
Which is 10% a year, which is not a lot, but once you're built up to like £100,000, it might take you like 5 years to get £100,000 in a pot. You're getting 10% on that, that's 10 grand.
Wow.
And then when you build it to $1 million, 10% doesn't seem like a lot, but 10% of £1 million, 100 grand, so it's a lot, isn't it?
No, that's a house deposit, that. And
then it's just building it up, isn't it, to that point? But most people want to go the risky route of stocks and meme coins.
Gambling, horse racing.
I just think you're just going to lose your money in the long run, aren't you? Even if you get lucky once, say you find the right stock, you get lucky, you put £1,000 in, you get 100 grand. Because you got your money that way, you're going to use that 100 grand and you're probably going to gamble again and you're probably just going to lose it all.
Oh, so what you're saying is you don't see it as a bigger picture. You see it as maybe more of a lump sum.
Kinda, yeah, but more to the point that, say you did get lucky, like only a few people get lucky, put in £1,000, get 100 grand. If that person that did get lucky, they're going to try it again, aren't they? Because they saw that it worked.
Yeah.
And the chance of getting lucky again is probably not possible. So if you just stick to like S&P 10% a year, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it builds up.
I mean, funnily enough, talking about luck, it's a bit of a divergent. Talking about luck, there was that guy who won the lottery twice.
Oh, yeah.
And blew it twice.
To be fair, That's mad, isn't it? Twice. I think a few people have won it twice, you know. Like big sums as well. That's crazy, isn't it?
remember seeing one where an older couple had won it and they still decided to keep working. I mean, to be
Depends
fair,
what they do, I guess. They might enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think I would, just to keep myself active.
So that's going on to the next question, actually. So what was your answer to that? You think it's possible, yes or no?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I do think you have to be sort of. You have to know how.
Calculated.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a millionaire, obviously, but I feel like I'm on the way. So it's definitely possible. And I started it similar to most people, a negative, and then I'm on the way now. But leading on to the next question, which is about money again. If money wasn't a factor, what would your day-to-day look like? So, like, say you did get to that money, that net worth or that money, you didn't have to worry about money. What would your day routine look like? Your daily routine? Like, what would you do? Like, talk me through waking up.
If money isn't a factor, let's say where we saying, like, I've got my house, yeah, got my house, me and Amy are settled down, that kind of situation, yeah. Yeah, like money don't matter. Yeah. Just what would you do day to day? I think first thing I'll do would be get up, go to the gym, or do a workout. If money isn't enough, if money isn't an issue and I'm comfortable, then I might wake and bake, and then do some gym. If money isn't an issue and I want what I hope to achieve for Amy, which is I want her to have her own little farm, then we would get up, we would see to the animals. That would be something. If money wasn't an issue, I'd have a little farm, not a massive one, not 100, not 50 cows, 50 sheep, just a couple of goats.
Yeah, that'd be a lot. That's a lot of effort.
A couple of chickens and stuff. Yeah, but I think it's doable with a couple. I'd make some content, and then I think I'd chill out for the rest of the day.
So would you be happy doing that every single day?
Yeah. Oh, I'd also like to start my clothing business as well, so I'd make sure that there's...
So you could work on that in the day as well?
Yeah. So I've always got something to work on that I'm happy with. Because if you don't love what you're doing, what are you doing it for?
Yeah, something that you can create and you can build it up to something massive.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good day, to be fair.
What about you?
Same what I'm doing now. Same to yours, innit?
Yeah.
So I wake up, go gym, sauna, steam room, cold plunge, all that.
His gym's nicer than mine, by the way. I've just got a normal gym. What gym's yours got?
Cold plunge, steam room, sauna, swimming, climbing, frame, which I don't do as a climbing, obviously.
You got a calf.
So yeah, same what I'm doing now. So I get up, go to the gym, say like 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Then from 8 o'clock till like 3 o'clock, just work on the business, on the clothing business or whatever business it is. And then from 3 o'clock onwards, just enjoy your day, just chill. Yeah. Do whatever. Go for a meal.
Just relax.
That sounds like a good day, innit? Even if you had all the money in the world, you can't really do much more, to be honest. And have some time off. That sounds like a good day to me.
You've always got to make time for yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, and because you've got the gym out of the way in the morning, you've like put in that work, and you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day.
You set yourself up nice for the day.
So yeah, I think that's a good answer for that one. So your day would be quite different to what it is now, wouldn't it? If you had all the money in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I still get up, have a little bake off. Yeah. But besides that, yeah, I mean, it's pretty, I go to work and I come back and then I'll work on some content and I'll work on another little edit. Yeah, I mean, I'd just be more happy. I mean, you're almost there, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You're not quite there, but
I think
you're doing well for yourself.
I know, but like so say when you're in not a bad position, but like negative 10 grand, let's say you've got, compared to say you've got like $250,000 just in your bank, for example. There's not much difference. Well, there is. But like you don't need £1 million in the bank to go to the gym in the morning, do you?
No.
And you don't need £1 million in the bank to start to work on your business from all day. No. But I know what you mean. The worry's not there, isn't it? That's the only thing. It's just a worry thing, isn't it?
I think the biggest thing to me, would be that I would like to be able to
Don't have to worry about stressing about money.
Yeah, I would like to be able to think that not only am I 6 months to a year ahead in bills, but if my roof was to cave in, I can pay for it, or if the car was to break down, I can pay for it. You know, just whatever the rainy day might throw at you, you're sorted and you're covered, and there isn't a stress there. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. And that's all I need.
Good answer. Right, I've got 2 more questions, like I said, left.
Yep.
If a genie came out of like a bottle here, or whatever, the genie comes out and goes, George, I'll give you £100 million today, but you turn 90-year-old, what would you say to the genie? Yes or no?
£100 million to instantly be 90, I'd say no.
Say no. What, like 100% no?
100% no. When you asked me that question, I straight away thought to myself, well, I would rather spend those 70 odd years trying to get to 100,000 than skipping it, being at 100,000, if that was what you said.
100 million.
100 million. Being at 100 million, but then the next day not waking up. And then you've got 100 million for nothing. I think then, if you turn 90 and you had 100 million, your mission then would be to somehow start a business, invest in something.
No, you could live, or you'd have to invest it.
Divvy the money out, or the genie might grant me that wish. Put 100 million in my bank, I'm 90, and the minute I open up my bank, I have a heart attack, so I'm so shocked that I've got 100 million.
That's what would actually happen, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's a good reply. I think the same. I think it's no.
You would rather...
I would say 100% no.
Spend the time...
Even no matter what the money is, it's stupid. But with that being said, how we're both saying no, what about a card with unlimited money on? Is it still an instant no? For me, it is an instant no.
If you were still to get up to, because if you had a card with instant cash and at the end of the month, whatever you spent, you had to pay it back.
And you'd have to pay it back.
So I got a card with instant cash, but I'm
unlimited
90.
money, but you're 90.
Same thing.
Still in it.
Same thing.
So with that being said, the position you're in now and the age you're in now, it's worth more than money, isn't it? Like, time's worth more than money.
Yeah.
That equation, time is worth more than money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's valuable more than money, because you can't, even if you had all the money in the world, you can't buy time back, can you?
No, you can't. I'd rather spend the time trying to build something than...
Yeah, and try and enjoy the process.
Than rather sit at home and waste that time and then get annoyed at myself. And I will say that is a big part of depression. You'll find that you've wasted time. You know this from being my friend. How many years I've wasted time.
It's not wasted, but I know what you mean. You feel like it's wasted, but you're still trying to figure it out, innit? So it's not wasted.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not wasted when you're
just trying things and trying to work something out, aren't you?
I've tried being an engineer. I've tried being a lifeguard. I've tried being a camera assistant. I've tried being a cook.
That's why when people say, like, so we both agree that we would say no, but like, the society normal is working 50 years to retire at 70 and then maybe enjoy your life then, innit?
Yeah.
Your limited time left, but it's not worth the trade, is it?
It's not worth the trade.
Because
when you're old,
you
can't enjoy it.
You might only last a few years.
You might only last a few years.
So you have to enjoy it now, innit? And if you're working a job you don't like, you have to get out. Or figure a way to get out.
But then you spend all that time working, stressed.
6 days a week at work, it's pointless, isn't it? Right, this last question, and then I'm done with questions. What's something you thought you'd have figured out by now, but you're still working on it? This is a question that AI give us. So yeah, what's something you have thought you would have figured out by now, but you're still working on it?
I guess for one is knowing what I want to do. That's why I started this content creation. I feel good about it, and I feel like hopefully my voice can be used in a way. It's also something I really enjoy. I enjoy talking to you about things, and why not film it for other people to know about? I'm sure that whatever we talk about, whatever we thought of, we're not the only people who've gone through it and thought of it.
True.
So yeah, it's nice to have this as an open diary. Besides that, I have no idea. No idea. I thought about being in cameras, and it's a career that I would enjoy. I thought of being an engineer, and then after 5 years of doing that, that was too much. I had to pack that in. I can't say really for certain, and I don't know who could. I think if anyone does, well done to them. You know, you've got a better idea on who you are and what you want than I do.
That's true.
What about you?
I wrote this question down, but I actually have no idea. But I'm gonna say, I don't think I've got anything figured out, but I think you have to try things and fail, and then try again, and then fail, and then try again. My answer is everything. I'm still trying to figure everything out, but
Yeah.
I feel like you can only figure it out by just trying everything. I don't think you ever figure it out 100% either, do you? You never figure it out, but there's nothing to figure out.
But that's the thing as well, isn't it? It's what are you figuring out? So at first you got to understand yourself. You got to understand what you want,
What you enjoy.
and what you enjoy, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. And then from there, you could probably figure out a plan and figure out where you want to go in life, which direction you want to take. And things never go to plan. And what was it we were speaking about the other day? It was, if you're a perfectionist and you're always writing down the plan, you're never going to take action.
Yeah, if you're a perfectionist, you won't do anything.
Exactly, because you're always...
Because nothing's going to be perfect. Like, this setup's not perfect. We're just in a random hotel.
We just got to do it. You just get on with it, don't you?
We don't even know if we're allowed to be here, to be fair, do we?
Well, we're here.
You've got to start, haven't you?
We all start somewhere. And again, that goes back to being a perfectionist. If I was to write down how I wanted to do my first YouTube channel, my first YouTube video,
Never do it, would you?
or anything, it still wouldn't be uploaded today.
What video is this?
5.
5.
So, the biggest part in today's world of making money is starting. So you know that in my shoes, I can't start a business just yet. I haven't got financial backing. What's the actual term? Anyway, I don't have financial backing. I don't have any sort of assets or any liabilities. Olly helped me with a few ideas. We were brainstorming. If I ever had an idea, I'd write it down in notes. And do you know what, guys? Do you know how much of an asset notes is? It's better than Word, it's better than PowerPoint, all of them, because it's just there, write it down and then it's done. And any sort of scheme I had, I would let Olly know. Long way around it, if you had £0 in your bank or £5 in your bank, where would you start on a business scale?
What do you mean? You start at 0, right?
Yeah, if you're at 0, where would you start your business?
I don't think you can start. You could start at 0. Content creation's free, isn't it?
Yeah.
It depends what business you want to do. Like my clothing business, I technically started with like 20 quid. Bought the first item, and then uploaded it, and then it took 3 months to sell the item, and then I bought 2 items. With 0, you can't start at 0.
So you started with £20?
So I started with £20.
And then it took 3 months to...
I think I took 3 months to sell the item, and I only made like £15 on it. And then with that item, I bought 2 others.
Still made a profit.
Yeah, and I bought 2 items, and then once they were sold, I know what to buy. You're building up knowledge, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then buy more. I didn't start with like a loan or whatnot, but it took me 5 years to get from 1 item to 1,000 items.
And during that process, you started up another clothing business at the time, didn't you?
No, before that I had a gym brand that I put 5 grand into, and I made 0. So then I knew the knowledge from that, I took it into this business.
So you started with 5 grand on the first, and it didn't work so well. So rather than take that same risk, you decided I'd started lower. You started with £20.
Yeah, exactly. So it don't matter how much money you start with. You could start with 100 grand. In my opinion, you could just piss it down a drain.
See, this is why I've called him a lot. You see?
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much money you start with. Like you could still fail. So I feel like you've got more of an advantage starting with zero than money, which sounds controversial, but
You're hungry.
and well, if you've got no money, you've got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Say I had £1 million in the bank now and I'm putting it into a business, there's a lot to lose, isn't there? But with a zero, what have you got to lose?
As
Just
well,
all gain,
as
right?
building off that point, and when you say you've got $1 million to start, if you had $1 million to start a business, you would think logo, you would think design assets, employees. X,
Probably
Y,
still
Z.
better actually, but you've got a lot. You could lose it all. You could spend it all and make no money.
If you were starting at zero, where would you start?
I'll do the same thing. Obviously, I'm doing now, reselling clothing, but just same thing. And I'd try. Obviously, you can't start with zero reselling clothing, so I'd go into my wardrobe and I'd find some of my items. I'd sell some of my own clothing, maybe get £100, sell all my tees, jumpers, hoodies, get some money, and then use that money to buy some underpriced items, and then just start from there.
Yeah.
I think that's the way. And then, depending on how much money I'm on, say like I've got a job, I'd make sure I'm investing at least like 10% of my wage or 20%. And if you can't afford to invest that, you need to sort your outgoings out.
Yeah. Okay.
You should be investing. Like you're paying 20% to the tax man, so at least you can do is pay 10% to yourself for your future. That's the two things I'd do. Because what was it? If you invest £100 from the age of 20 to 60, which obviously you don't want to wait that long, but that's £1 million, I'm sure it is.
Warren Buffett.
Can do the
something
maths.
similar.
I'll do the maths. I'll do the maths. Yeah, so I've got the compound interest up. So say you did that with your business, you could grow that business to whatever.
Yeah.
Start with like selling your clothes, get £100, then da-da-da-da. It's going to take you a while because it's the knowledge. You need to learn what's underpriced and what you can buy. Do that, and then just set up £100 a month into S&P. I'm not saying what to invest in, but like S&P 500 does 10% a year on average. Has good years, bad years. Average is 10%. So if you invest £100 a month, which is not a lot really, from 20-year-old to when you retire at 65, let's just say, that's £1 million. Which, so when you get to 65, you can withdraw like whatever you want, but you can withdraw like, say you withdraw 5%, that's 50 grand a year for the rest of your life onwards. And if it's in an ISA, tax-free.
In light of everything today, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed my friend as well. If you do, we'll do more again, hopefully with a better location, one where we won't get kicked out from.
I thought he was going to say a better guess then.
But as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on the next one.